I can't explain to you guys how this feels. I just can't. I hope that every one of you get to experience this. I quit my job a year ago, a little over a year ago, I think now. And we weren't ready for me to quit my job. I'm going to be honest with you. We weren't ready. It just worked out that way. It was time for me to leave the place that I was at. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to double down.
The Epic Universe.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Epic Universe Inc. Studios. My name is Gabriel, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of our initial mock-up for our floor displays for what we're going to be putting in some stores, local stores first. We got to expand. We got to expand smart. We can't expand too fast, otherwise we'll fail. So, and we're doing all of this for the first time, so you know this is how it goes. Now, my business partner did already kind of bust it open. I've actually not seen it at all. I am aware, so set expectations. This is just an original mock-up. None of our property is on this mock-up yet. It's just the idea of what I gave him, the examples that I showed him. And so they sent us the initial mock-up so that we can make any corrections that might need to be made before we move to the next step. So it is actually already open. Oh, okay, not fully open. Oh, okay. So here's the first part. Now I do know that for what we're doing, oh great, screws. Oh geez. Uh-oh, okay. And I don't see any instructions. I believe they emailed us the instructions, but I don't know about you guys. I'm an OG veteran video game player where we didn't use such stupid things. So I know what it's supposed to look like for the most part. Maybe I should have. Whenever you think you can do things without checking instructions, that's usually where something's gonna go wrong. Okay, well, let's just put that there for right now. Let's see. So you guys don't have to listen to me. We might just do this as a sped up. What the fuck? We're gonna read the instructions before I mess something up. Be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. I did see some instructions. I didn't really read them, but I also saw a picture of it, and I got a little bit of an idea of how it works. So anyways, I don't know if I was finishing the story earlier from all my time getting confused about everything that I was doing, but we did try to go to the cons and sell some outside. We tried to give away some of those flyers, which will allow you guys to get a free ebook. It's still up there. You guys can go to our website, theepicuniverseinc.com, or Style Assassins, with an S, it's plural, styleassassins.com. We have an early draft of a novella that's actually the prequel to this comic book, leads directly up to where this comic book starts. So we try to hand out a few of those. I think the way we should have done it though, we should have handed out stickers. Flyers is just old school, you know what I mean? They look really nice. They're really well done, but I think we should have handed out stickers, and that probably would have been a better way to go. So giving people things that they can use in some capacity. So I think this is much more professional. I think this is gonna look better. I'm gonna be happier with this kind of a setup. And then being able to set it up in our local comic book shops and stuff like that. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Comic book shops isn't exactly what we're looking for in the beginning. I'm looking more towards pop culture stores. The truth is, comic book stores, the people that are looking for what people are looking for at comic book stores is usually a little more isn't exactly what we're offering per se. But you don't know that. I don't know that. This is all guesswork on my side. But we're looking at pop culture stores. We're looking at we've talked to a couple places already. Nobody had any objections out of all the places that we talked to. So I didn't even finish going around and talking to everybody. I talked to the few that I talked to, and then because we didn't really face any We didn't really face any resistance. They were just like, for them, it's whatever can get customers into the store. So there really wasn't any resistance from them. So I just, come on. I don't even know where that came from. Now there's a little peg in the way. But I'm super excited about this. The people that we're working with, man, they're really trying to work with us to get this done too. They're really hooking us up in the beginning here. Their thing is they're like, if we can help you go nationwide, then we'd rather help you now and secure a bigger payday into the future than worry about nickel and diming you right at this time when you don't have as much to work with. So, and I'm all for that. The one thing that I've learned, I've been involved in a lot of different business models in my past. A ton of different ones, not all great. Some definitely black areas, some gray areas, and some completely legal areas as well. And building relationships is usually the most important thing you guys can do. So this is really exciting for me. Just getting here, guys, I can't even explain it to you. Just getting to this point right here, just getting to the point where we have our comic book in hand, our first comic book in hand. I'm putting together my first floor display / standee. I can't explain to you guys how this feels. Just this part alone. We're not even talking about me making $1 million. We're not talking about me being super successful at this yet. I quit my job over a year ago now. I haven't had a job in a year. It's been a road. I'm not trying to sell it to you. It was super simple. And it hasn't really completely paid off just yet. Just being realistic with everybody. So look at this. So it's supposed to be 6 foot is what he told me. I would say that that's probably like maybe 5 foot, a little over 5 foot. I think this side is going to need to be a little bit bigger, especially for one of the characters. I think it's going to have to come out. Now, they said that they'll cut it. So this is just a basic idea. We'll have the Epic Universe logo up here, the one that has, well, I'm not going to tell you what that is, but the circular object says the Epic Universe Inc., the circular object, the world cresting, basically, like the sun just starting to crest behind on the other side of that world with the triangle. And then obviously we're going to be putting our comic books in here. So we have our second comic book, which is coming out really soon. And then the third one is already in production. So this I think this is fine. And it's pitched back just a little. I think we may need to pitch it back just a little bit more. But yeah, so just use you guys' imagination. This will be full of our comics. We'll have the Epic Universe Inc. logo up here. We're going to have a character down here. We're going to have our colors. For the Epic Universe itself, it's mostly blue. I can't explain to you guys how this feels. I just can't. I hope that every one of you get to experience this. I quit my job a year ago, a little over a year ago, I think now. And we weren't ready for me to quit my job. I'm going to be honest with you. We weren't ready. It just worked out that way. It was time for me to leave the place that I was at. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to double down. And my game plan, I'm not going to lie. When I quit my job, my game plan was actually to get another job. But man, I got so much done in like the 2 months between me going from one job to the next job. And then that job just didn't work out. And quickly, they hired me for one thing, but we realized we're just not compatible with their idea of those things. Just wasn't, my standards were much higher than theirs, is what it boils down to. And so I quit my job and I got so much done in that 2 months between jobs. And then that job didn't work out. So I left there again as well. And then I just was getting so much done. And man, we've just made it work. It's been difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a journey and it's been difficult. But seeing all of this come true, man, I cannot explain to you guys how it feels. I know that this is just a plain cardboard box, which doesn't look like anything to anybody else. But for me, I know that one of my characters is going to be here. I know that my logo is going to be here. We're going to make this, the colors are the Epic Universe Inc. colors. I don't know what I'm going to put down here just yet, but we'll have something down there. I would like to utilize this space on the side too, so we can put some of my stuff on the side. If that's possible, I'd have to talk to them. I don't know yet. And I can't explain to you guys every step, every single step, as everywhere we've gotten. For every single step, I'm just like, oh my God, man, this is happening. The one thing that I'll say is that everything took longer than I thought it would take. That's for sure. I've made some mistakes for sure. I probably spent some money in some ways that I wouldn't have. If I had it all to do it over again, I would spend the money that we use differently. We are well into the hole on doing all of this. We are deep. It takes money to make your dreams come true. That is for sure. But we were willing to sacrifice on everything else. So our lives are super stripped down, super basic. And all we do is work and hustle and nothing else to make this work and make this happen. I would not be as far as I am if it wasn't for my business partner who helps make all of this possible. So that's also another part of it. But at this point in time, like with the mindset that I have now, at some point I would have just got to this point. It may not have been as quick. And I'd be willing to do what I'm doing now in somebody's basement if I had to. Whatever it takes to get to where you guys got to go. But man, like I said, I know this is just a box to you guys and it's just holding a couple of comic books that you guys have never even heard of or whatever. And I'm sure plenty of people have some hate to fucking spit. Oh my God, you're never going to be successful. And you know how the social media is. But man, for me to see all of this, for me to see this, I can't explain it, guys. I can't tell you what a big deal this is to me. This is a huge deal for me. And I can't wait to do the unboxing. We're putting together the characters and everything right now. Everything has to be like to certain DPIs, bleeds, and all this other stuff. None of this stuff is simple. None of this stuff is straightforward, like ever. Not one step has just been simple and straightforward. And we're always hit with things that we didn't realize we were going to have to do. So we're putting that together all now. So this is the mock-up. Hopefully we'll be getting our next quote unquote mock-ups. So we'll be getting 2 sets or 3 sets of 2. So we'll have 3 different characters, 2 of them with 1 different character. So 3 characters in all, 6 of these to start with. That's what we're going to start with. And we're just going to go to our local comic book shops, our local pop culture stores, talk to them about putting the standees in, what it's going to take, what it's going to do, what we're going to need. If we keep it this short, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I might try to get depending on the place. I know that one of them I can do this, at another one we might have to look at it. This is a little bit short for the level of attention that I want, but that's probably easily fixable with putting another stand at the bottom or putting this stand a little longer at the bottom. But other than that, man, I'm super excited, super ecstatic. I can't explain this to you guys. I hope that every one of you guys are capable and willing to take the risks that are necessary to make your dreams come true and to make all of this happen and just get it done. It's not going to be easy if you decide to go your own route. It's not going to be easy. It is going to cost money. But if you're willing to just strip down your life, you can make it work. So that's it for us today here at the Epic Universe Inc. Studios. This is my first mock-up for my floor standee, my floor display / standee. So we'll call it a floor standee. I'm excited about this. I'm super ecstatic. We have this little cart over there that's been where we've been putting comic books for people when they leave. We're probably going to replace it with this, even though this is just blank, just plain to all of you guys. To me, this is a massive sign of how far we've come and the direction that we're going. And it's also a sign, because it's incomplete, of how much more work we got to do. But I'm okay with all of that. I'm ready to do it all. I do see an idea of something that I want to add. Actually, I know what I want to add. So the flyers, these are them. They're really nice. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're really well done. I mean, these are really, really, really nice. But I'd like to have these on the side right here. so that even if you don't buy a comic book from us, you can still get content from us. I want people to have something to take with this. I want people to come to love to my characters in my universe more than I care about making money. I need to make money. I want to make money. I want to be rich just like everybody else. But more than anything, I just want people to like visit our world, visit our universe, come to love these characters, come to love these stories. So I'm going to always try to have it to where if you go to our website, there's some free content that you can just download on our website. Might even be like, once we come out with the next comic book, this one you could just download as a PDF. I don't know what it is just yet, but I want it to always be like when you come to our website, there's something to get. So even for people that don't know us, we can put these on a little thing right here so you can see that you can get a free novella even if you don't buy a comic book. So again, I know I already said this once. This is us at the Epic Universe Inc. Studios. Please go to our website, look us up. That's the Epic Universe Inc. Inc. is spelled INC.com, or Style Assassins with an S, it's plural, styleassassins.com. Check us out. No stress to make a purchase. Just go and look around. If you got any feedback for us whatsoever, please, 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 for the love of God, let us know what your feedback is. I cannot get better at what I'm doing if I don't get feedback. So even for those individuals that just love to spit vitriol about how I'll never be successful and all that other stuff, I even want to hear whatever critiques and feedback you actually have that's worth anything, obviously. I cannot get better without you guys without people giving me feedback. And getting better and getting this out is more important to me than anything else. So visit us at our website, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. It's going to be a long, beautiful, wonderful adventure with this, and I hope you guys are on this journey with us. That's it for us. We'll see you on the next one. Follow for more stories from the Epic Universe Inc. or visit styleassassins.com to learn more.